We had mentioned yesterday what we said was that as more and more stuff comes out about the school shooting in Florida, it looks worse and worse for the Broward County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
And as long as this guy, the sheriff, Scott Israel, as long as he keeps talking, he's making it worse for himself. New York Post story, 4 sheriff's deputies hid during Florida school shooting. CNN reports 4 Broward County deputies waited outside school as children were massacred. Now, I had talked yesterday, and I'll read bits of this again. The Florida Attorney General, headline is, "Some folks in Broward County Sheriff Department were not honest with me." Florida Attorney General, this is Fox News, Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi said members of the Broward County Sheriff's Department were not honest why more deputies reportedly failed to enter the building, more meaning 4 at this point, and engage with a shooter at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Bondi, the AG, said, "I know a lot more than you all do now. I know a lot more than you all do now." Maybe she was speaking, I know there were 4. I don't know. She went on to say, "I believe there needs to be a full investigation. I don't think some people were honest, and we're going to investigate the situation in Florida and the right thing be done." Well, who, in fact, would she have talked to? I would assume the sheriff.
Of course, it had to be.
Fox reporter Steve Ducey says, "Was there an order to stand down?" Bondi replied, "I can't talk about that." When asked was there more than one officer at the school who did not enter, this is before the story was confirmed, Bondi said, "That's what we're hearing. And I can tell you, I believe some folks in that department were not honest with me about that, nor were they honest with the governor." So we had talked about that earlier this morning, and I got a text from a Shreveport police officer, and I will read to you our text conversation. "I am screaming at the radio." LOL.
Oh, boy.
"But any officer worth a darn
that's good,
wouldn't give a darn if someone told him to stand down.
If he hears shots,
the cops, let me read. Those cops are still at fault." So I responded, "But what do you think? What are the odds that all 4 would stay outside if not ordered to do so? What scenario can you envision?" Bear with me now. His response is lengthy. "People have the false assumption that all cops have their darn together and are willing to go handle business when the need arises. More than likely, those officers were scared to death and got talked into not going inside by one or more of the others. Any cop that is worth a darn would disobey a direct order to stand down, would disobey a direct order if they knew children were dying inside. Everybody that I know that's a decent policeman would run inside no matter what the boss said."
Oh, absolutely.
"It's possible, but I highly doubt that somebody in command told them not to go inside. I truly think those officers were scared and were waiting for others to show up that they thought would be able to handle the situation. All of them need to go to jail."